Do you remember when the lefties made fun of conservatives who were warning people that the government wanted to take away your gas stoves? They wanted to ban gas stoves. Remember when the MSNBC and CNN lefties were making fun of you on the air, or anyone to the right of Lenin who talked about the government wanting to ban gas stoves? Remember they said that conservatives were all in a panic? Remember that? Saying over nothing, they're not going to take your gas stoves. Well, New York State has become the first state to ban gas stoves. Let's get into it.
It is a day ending in Y, so there's another freak out going on over at Fox News. They are very, very agitated, but I'm sure this time there's a legitimate concern, or maybe not. Turns out Fox News and Republicans are up in arms because
these guys
they
are
say the
such
government
shills
is
for the
coming to
administration.
take your stoves.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, your gas stove may be bye-bye.
Joe Biden's climate change agenda now targeting your kitchen.
Biden's coming for your gas stove. A ban on your gas stove.
Ban gas-powered stoves.
The White House is now attempting to ban all gas ovens.
Safety? And your family dinner is about to get a lot less tasty.
America is not going to stand for this. There's not. A stove like this one could be banned soon.
Nobody's going to tell me I can't cook with gas.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I think it's very telling that all the clips this dumbbell played, they were from Fox, which means that Fox News was the only network out there that got it right. Do you remember when AOC and the squad pushed the Green New Deal? Remember how it had cow farts in there? They said that cow farts were going to end the world. We all laughed at them, but who's laughing now, right? They're literally putting together legislation to end cows, and they want you to eat bugs instead. But do you remember when they were laughed out of the room when people read the Green New Deal? It was so outrageously stupid that no one took it seriously. No one took it seriously out in the open, but the Marxists of the Democratic Party were still taking it seriously all along. And since the Democrats couldn't pass the Green New Deal legally, they had no problem doing it illegally. In case you didn't realize it yet, Joe Biden has been passing the Green New Deal piece by piece through illegal executive orders. One of the things that the administration was talking about was getting rid of gas stoves. At the beginning of April, just last month, Congressman Dan Newhouse of Washington State put this piece out titled, "Biden's America, No More Gas Stoves." He wrote, quote, "On February 1, 2023, the U.S. Department of Energy proposed an energy efficiency standard for gas cooking products." Yeah, we were all crazy, right? For those of you who are unaware, this is a blatant backdoor attempt to ban gas appliances. At least half of gas stove models sold in the United States today would not comply with this regulation, according to DOE. The American people deserve answers to stop this draconian measure that would be detrimental for families, small businesses, and rural communities across the nation. So this was no panic mode. This was not misinformation or disinformation. The Biden administration literally came up with this idea, and they were going to do it through an executive order regulation that would have eliminated a whole number of models of gas stoves. The Congress did not vote on this. In fact, the Congress shot down the Green New Deal. How the hell does the executive branch get to create a law? It's not a law. It's a rule. It's a regulation. A regulation is a law, and they're not allowed to do that. Further down, Newhouse wrote, quote, "In early February, DOE published a report regarding energy conservation standards for consumer conventional cooking products, which estimated only 4% of gas stovetops on the market would meet the proposed maximum rate, meaning 96% of stoves would fail." Now let's listen to this pompous ass.
It's just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Have you had your dinner yet? If you did, how'd you cook it? Did you use a gas stove? Because if you did, savor the taste of that sweet butane-burned chow while you still can. Because President Biden is coming to take away your gas stove. His jackbooted thugs are outside your door right now, ready to trample on your God-given right to heat food over a small blue flame. Now, obviously, none of that is actually true.
It's all
The
true.
administration is not coming to take your gas stove.
Yeah, they are. I just read you the
But
rules.
if you watch and believe Fox or other conservative media outlets, that's exactly what you think is happening.
Notice how, and he plays the same clips as the other idiot on the same network, but notice how he says Fox and other conservative networks, but he only mentioned Fox, right? Did you get all that? Oh my God, what's this? CNN headline: New York becomes the first state to ban natural gas stoves and furnaces in most new buildings. See that coming? New York Times told us about this in April with the headline, New York to ban natural gas, including stoves, in new buildings. Now, I'm telling you exactly what these leftist boneheads are going to do. They're going to come out and they're going to say, well, you know, you guys on the right, you said that Biden was going to do it. Negating to admit that the Biden Energy Department laid out the plan to do it that I just read. And I'm going to have a link to Newhouse's letter. And they're going to say, no, this was the state. This wasn't the federal government. They'll say, well, this was New York, and you guys don't understand the difference between the federal government. I thought you guys were the ones that were for federalism. The second slimy lie they will push is by saying that they're not banning your gas stove. They're banning them from being put into new buildings. Folks, mark this time, mark this date, because I guarantee you that once Americans are used to the fact that the government will not allow gas stoves to be put in newly built buildings, it will be less of a shock to them when the government comes out and bans all gas stoves everywhere. So mark the date. It's called incrementalism. The lefties use it all the time. And don't think that the fact that they're pushing that it's only in new buildings is an intentional, because from the CNN piece and from the New York Times piece, they said it in their first paragraph. All right. So that was a whistle that was going out. And how much you want to bet the Biden administration made them do that whistle? Now we can accuse Chris Hayes and the other babbling idiot of spreading misinformation and disinformation. Do we ask to have them fired because they lied to the American people? They lied to their public, to their audience? I mean, that's the new standard now, right? Even though Tucker is probably the most honest host on the air, they said that he lied, right, when he played some videos. You can't say that about any single member or staff member of CNN or MSNBC, because they lie every single time they open their mouth. This asshole just lied. So did the other creep. But if we're going to use their rules, shouldn't they be fired? All right, well, thank you for watching this video. If you want to support the channel, visit rpwmedia.com and share our stories with like-minded people. All right, subscribe, give us a like, hit that notification bell. Thanks. We'll see you in the next one.
Laughed at the mall 'cause your mama forgot